Class 4 for race number 3. We're back to the 1200 metres for the third, and we have a field of 12 to go to post here, headed by Miracle Victory, who's a two-time course and distance winner. Those wins come back in January and February. Bundle of Charm was good enough to win on debut from barrier 10, gets barrier 11 this time round. War of Courage drops in class. We've got the blinkers on for the first time for Snow a Lot. Paul O'Sullivan and Lyle Hewitson, who's a winner this season. That was over the 1200 as well. Spartan Missile returns, first up since December, now with David Hall. Luke Ferraris rides him. Sweet Diamond, who's been in the money on his 2 starts, not too far away behind Wonderful Warrior last time out. Smart Leaders, another one first up from a bit of a break, the start of April last time we saw him. And Dragon Kingdom from barrier 1 was a beaten favourite 2 starts back, but he won 3 starts back, Mark. That was over course and distance as well.
Good pace here with a Dragon Kingdom and Gold Baby going forward from the 1200 metre barrier. Miracle Victory, Sweet Diamond gets a good trip. Clinelli Generals is about mid-pack. Smart Leader was a late scratching after sitting down in the barriers last time. He's had 2 trials since then. The question, Paul, Bundle of Charm, really good on debut. He beat Victory Scholars by 3/4. But from barrier number 11, you see no room for him to slot in.
No, that's the key. You'll need a magic man with all his guys there to get the horse into a nice position. Snow a Lot. Now, he's got blinkers on for the first time, but he's been slow away at his last few starts, so that's why he's at the back.
Okay. All right, well, Bundle of Charm needs a bit of luck from the outside. The man on his back is Joe Moreira. He was out of track work to catch up with Nick.
Joe, Bundle of Charm showed a bundle of ability on debut and managed to get the win. I bet that was pleasing.
Yeah, it actually was a good surprise to me. Watching his trials over there, and I wasn't too impressed. But when it comes to the races, looks like he switched on his engine and he showed what he's got as much as of ability. So I honestly not expect him to do anything different this time.
Yeah, and obviously talking of switching on the engine, I mean, it was evident from the start. He showed some very good gate speed from out wide. You
mentioned about the start. That was the biggest query I had about him, because he didn't really show much of his speed at his barrier trials. But when it comes to the race, he knew what he was there for. Gates open, he was one of the first to get out and place himself in a striking position. So apparently he understands that when race is on, he got to just be a bit more sharp, and that's how he behaved and done at the races at his last start and first run. So he seems a very nice horse.
And just on the back of this one, obviously going forward, obviously natural improvement, I guess, is fully expected. Was he just lacking a mate in the home straight? He just looked to sort of wander around a little bit. You had to sort of keep him straight.
Yeah, he was, but just don't forget he was at his first start, so he deserves to be forgiven for that.
Yeah.
After having a run on his belt, I presume he's going to do things better. I know the handicapper put some weight on his back, which I still believe he's going to be able to deal with it. So just because he's a kind of a horse that show us he's got ability right away, the handicapper haven't got him quite yet, but it is a horse to everyone else keep on watching, because apparently he's got a bright future here.
Absolutely. I guess to counteract that, obviously rising the weights. I mean, he started racing at a time of the season when 1 or 2 others have probably had a long season. Just looking at the race itself, I mean, he does stand out, given he's just had that 1 run. So I guess a nice fresh horse this time of year is a big positive.
Oh, it's a bonus for John Size's stable, who is running for the championship, isn't it? Like, hopefully we are not wrong about him. I think there is more wins to come out of this guy, and I really hope this is the time of the next one.
I guess nice to pull those colours on as well, because I went back through the records. Bundle of Joy, fond memories of him. I think 1-3 on him.
Yeah. The colour, as you said, I had good memories with. And very nice to get back into it and then get a winner out of it right away. So Colin and his friends, and hopefully they have a good horse to play with.
It's only a 3-year-old, Bundle of Charm. He's got an extra £7 to carry this time round, and of course that wide gate as well. What about War of Courage, Mark? We'll have a look at him back at the trials at Happy Valley. Obviously, I thought this is quite good, but his last 2 runs have been ordinary.
They have. He's on the class drop, so he comes into class 4, where he does race well. He's carried £128 to win, but never carried 132 like he has in this race on Sunday. Trials were quite okay. Races well in this grade, Paul. He's a bit of a hard horse to catch, but I did find a spot for him.
Yeah, I did as well. Look, he's won twice in Class 3. He's down here in Class 4, so he's a well-rated horse. At just barrier 12, we'll see what they do from that wide draw.
He did have an excuse, I suppose, last time. It shouldn't be too hard on him for that. At the trials again, Paul, for 1 for all and Snow a Lot.
Yeah, so one for all. He went nicely enough, a nice enough trial, and Snow a lot. The blinkers on for the first time. We'll see if they can sharpen him up. His problem is at the start, but you can see he really stretched out nicely towards the end. The best part of his trial was finishing off.
He's been a bit disappointing, Snow, a lot. He really hit the ground running with a bang. He won either his first or second start, and he just trained off after that, so happy to overlook him.
What about Sweet Diamonds, Mark? Are you sweet on him at all?
Yes, got him in for second, actually. Andrew, tongue tie goes on. Alexi Bedell for Ricky Yu. Raced greenly and had mucus in the system after his second start, so a genuine excuse there, Paul. 2 trials, steps up in trip, and this trial was quite good.
I thought it was, yeah. I'm going to go with him on the back of this trial. Look, he's been in the market, both starts over 1,000 metres, and the way he gallops, I think 1,200 metre will be perfect for him. He just gets his head up ever so slightly. That was just a little query, but I think that's just coming with experience.
Okay, so again, reasonably open outside of the favourite Bundle of Charm, but you're going against him.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Sweet Diamond, just with those 2 runs under his belt. Look, Bundle of Charm, if Joe gets him across, gets him into a nice position like he did on debut, then he's going to take the world of beating. But there's a few ifs there with him. Dragon Kingdom, now, he's been racing well since he's sort of gone to the front. I think he'll try and lead this race, and War of Courage is really well rated. So 9, 2, 12 and 3.
Go with Bundle of Charm again, but he's going to have to be even better than he was on debut, and it was a good debut, but wide draw and possibly has to sit wide. He does have an extra 7 pounds on his back, but this field is no harder than what he beat at his first outing. 9 Sweet Diamond to run second. War of Courage appreciates this grade, and Miracle Victory is a 2-time course and distance winner. Gets a claim for Jerry Chow and has trialled up at Chung Fa behind Harmony and Rich. 2, 9, 3 and 1.
I think Bundle of Charm will probably go quite close again, but looking for some value there with One for All. He certainly trials better than he raced on debut, so maybe some improvement coming up in trip. That's the third of Class 4 over the 1,200 metres.